Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video. And today we're going to take a look at this STR Pan who just got her EZA with the Peppy Gals EZA event. I'm very excited to get these EZAs out. I was actually going to do the EZA on Bulma first, but I realized I have an SA5 one on the side I want to feed in. But I have to awaken her with 100 of those stupid rabbit medals. I did not realize she needed so many medals. So we're going to do some of these other ones first, and then we'll work on getting those boss rabbit medals because I don't want to waste the 5 free Kais, right? So anyways, we're going to take a look at this pan. Now it's kind of odd because this pan actually is not a Peppy Gal unit, and I think Dokkan's rationale is that she's too young or something to be a Peppy Gal, even though like the Bulmas that are her age are Peppy Gal. So whatever, she's a part of this Peppy Gal EZA, but she's not a Peppy Gal unit. However, that's fine. She's got plenty of good teams that are not Peppy Gals, right? Okay, so let's take a look at her EZA passive here. So leader skills on all these units are pretty much fodder, so don't even worry about those. They might be decent for battlefield, but yeah, you're really not going to use them, right? So her super attack effect causes supreme damage, raises attack and defense by 30% for 6 turns. So she does have like a mini stacking ability on her attack and defense, so we're definitely going to be looking at that moving forward. And then her passive is attack and defense 120, plus chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, plus 15%. At the start of each turn up to 60. So basically after 4 turns, she's going to have a 60% chance to dodge. So she's going to be ridiculous. Then she gets key plus 3 and additional defense plus 120 for 7 turns at the start of turn. So Pan's design is actually very, very good. And they gave her a very clear purpose. So this Pan's purpose is to be like a really good defensive unit. And what I think they did really, really well with her is, one, they're giving her attack and defense stacking here. So her defense is going to be looking pretty good after she gets those stacks, especially within the first 7 turns, right? And then what's going to happen is because her evade chance is building up, by the time her 7 turn 120 defense stat falls off, yeah, her defense is going to take a hit, but then she's going to be dodging almost at UI Goku levels. So in events where you can dodge, this Pan's going to be great because she's going to have extra defense early on when you need it, and then the dodging later on when maybe you need that over the defense, right? So I'm really excited to take a look at her right here. My Pan is rainbowed, but full level 1 links, haven't touched her yet. I did give her some equips. I kind of felt like giving her defense and dodge was kind of the way to go, just because she's a very, very defensive unit. If you want to give her crits or additionals, like, you totally can do that. I feel like if you're going to go crit or additional route, though, go additional. That way you can get her 6-turn buff up a little bit faster, right? That 6-turn stack. So I did give her, in her normal hidden potential, I did give her 15 additional. So I did go all additional there for that. But on the equips, I felt like having some fun because I've got a lot of defense and dodge, and I'm always looking for units to use them on. And I think that's a decent unit you can run it on, right? All right, so we're running her on GT heroes. So we're running the GT Goku lead and then just flooding her with support. We're going to link her up with B Pan, who's her best linking partner. And then, yeah, the godly GT hero supports. And then this Giru is actually really good Dragon Ball Seeker support. So we're going to constantly have her supported. So on this turn, she's not linked up the greatest. Still getting 3 links, though. And but double supported. So what's your defense looking like here? Okay, that's pretty good. So turn 1, starter turn defense. She's 231k defense before attacking. She's gonna get another 30% on super. So what? She's gonna be, I don't know, nearing 300k defense turn 1. That's pretty darn good. Okay, so let's go ahead. I don't think her attack stack is, or her attack stat is gonna blow us out of the water. But I think she's going to just be a fantastic defensive unit, which is what you want. Yeah, 1.5 mil. So nothing crazy there, right? The thing with this Pan, she's kind of in an interesting place because she isn't really what you would call a support unit, right? She's not supporting the rotation, but she's just a really nice, solid defensive option you can put in there. So because of how defensive she is, I'm actually okay with her not putting up like crazy attack numbers. We're going to see how her defense fluctuates, because remember, that was turn 1, and she's got 6 turns of this defense stacking. So I think what's going to happen is Pan is going to build up to like an absolute ridiculous defensive number, and then we're going to see a huge fall off after 7 turns, right? So we're going to kind of see what she's looking like. We're for sure going to go deep enough to see that 7-turn passive fall off, because I kind of want to see how she's looking, and then I want to get her in some situations where we can see her dodge a bunch, right? So we'll see how it's looking. These GT Gokus are going to just incinerate, by the way. Also, if you're kind of new to watching some of my showcases, you'll notice I'll do these bad rotations where, like, if the leader doesn't support the unit at all, then what I do is I like to run the leader just on rotation with himself, and that way I can just keep the supports flowing, and I like to keep the highlighted unit always supported, right? Okay, so I mean, no reason not to, right? We got 6 out of 7 links here. I feel like we might as well do the B-Pan and just get the extra. So this is going to be the B-Pan extra 33% attack buff. So the attack stat's going to look a little bit more. Oh, actually, I should have saved that, shouldn't I? I should have waited for the 6-turn attack stack. That's fine. We can do it now. Let's see what our defense is looking like turn 2. Yeah, I definitely should have saved that. That's my bad. All right, so 272k defense. Yeah, and she's going to get another 30% on the next stack. So her defense is looking really great for the first 7 turns. Even turn 1, like with no stacks, her defense was just fine. And the fact now she's building up dodge chance as well. So as we go through, she's going to have dodge and then like really high defense. So like, if you're doing like super battle road, oh, it's kind of a bummer we didn't take the super on the other unit here. All right, so 2 mil attack stat, that's with B-Pan, right? So even though like we used the B-Pan a little bit early, I think it's fine because she is stacking attack, but it's not stacking like crazy, right? You can see we went from 2 mil to like 2.1. So yeah, her attack isn't crazy. There we got a dodge though, so that's good to see that kicking in, right? I think that's a 30% chance to dodge right there. So we've got 2 stacks of that. So the next turn will be a 45% chance to dodge, right? But I see this Pan being actually a very intriguing like super battle road option, right? Because turn 1, I think her defense is going to be suitable enough. Like maybe you put her in slot 2 in turn 1, right? But she's going to get that first defense stack and be around 300k defense, which is definitely good enough. And then just within the amount of turns, like the 1 or 2 to 3 rotations you're going to see her, she's going to do enough stacking with her dodge and her defense that she's going to be looking pretty good in there, right? I would say she's probably not going to be good for like legendary GT Goku event or legendary Vegeta event, right? She's going to look great probably all the way up until the last phase, right? Because I think defensively, she's definitely going to be tanking in those early stages of the legendary events. The problem is that later in the event, she's going to be depending more on her dodging. I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe with the 6-turn defense stack, even when that 120 falls off, maybe it'll still be good. But what I'm thinking is like when, you know, if you're facing Int UI Goku or you're facing Evolution Blue Vegeta at the end, they're probably going to one-shot her if she can't dodge. That's going to be my guess. We'll see. Okay, so what are we looking like here? Kamehameha's the only link. Yeah, 400k. Wow. Yeah, I think 400k defense, and she ramped up quick, right? So I think defensively, she's definitely doing her job. And the nice thing is you can put her next to B-Pan. It's like... So I really don't recommend running probably these 2 on rotation, but you could. The problem is you're not doing a lot of damage, but it's very defensive, and B-Pan is helping you heal. So here we are 1.6. Now remember, this is without B-Pan's active skill. So you can see, yeah, 1.73. So she's ramping up slowly, but she's definitely not a damage dealer, right? So one strategy you could do is like having these 2 as a rotation. It's a good defensive tank rotation where you won't take a ton of damage, and then B-Pan could heal you. So, like, if you combo that with another really offensive rotation that maybe takes damage, then you could, you know, kind of depend on this rotation to kind of save and heal you back up. That could be a strategy for difficult content, right? But typically what you'd probably be doing, the way I would see you running this STR Pan is probably in a slot 3, because she's going to be super good defensively in slot 3, like Super Battle Road, when like typically you get those pesky attacks at the end that try to attack your support unit that isn't ready for it. Well, Pan, STR Pan, she'll just tank just fine. Once again, she's not supporting, she's not doing a ton of damage, but she's saving you defensively, and that's really what she's meant there to do. Not to mention, she can do quite a bit of healing herself. If you can get some STR orbs lined up, with that amount of defense, she's going to be healing really good. All right, so I believe the next turn, I guess I have to double check the passive. I think when it says 7 turns from start of turn, I think it's just 7 turns period. It's not 7 of her turns. So we're past 7 turns now. So let's see. I think her defense should fall off a little bit. Remember, we were at about 400k last turn. I'm curious to see what she's looking like here. So she's still at about 400k. So if this is without the 120 defense, if that's fallen off and now we've just kept it from the stacks, that's pretty good. I think we're going to play a little bit longer to see if it's 7 of her turns or 7 turns total. I'm reading the passive right now. It just says defense 120 for 7 turns from start of turn. So I feel like it's just 7 turns total. But yeah, so if she's 400k defense, like right now she's 400k defense and 60% chance to dodge. I think that's pretty good. In terms of defense, I think that's fantastic. Let's see what happens here. I'm suspecting we'll get some dodges. Let's see. 60%. Yup, dodge. Give me another one. Yup. And that's type disadvantage, right? So that came in clutch there because, I mean, with 400k defense, I don't think we were taking damage there anyways, but this is nice. And I mean, we are getting a lot of double stacks, right? So when you have these shorter stackers that are only 6 or 9 turns, getting the double supers is huge because then you're just like really amping up your stats. So it might be those double stacks that's inflating us to 400k, but I'm pretty sure the 120 dropped off because we would have gained defense last turn after attacking, which would have put us well over 400k. So I think our 120 did fall off, and she's just that good. I'm actually really impressed, you guys, because I was thinking after that 120 fell off on her passive that she'd be looking pretty low, like 200k or something. But dude, if she's still hovering like well above 300 to 400k with 60% chance to dodge, like if this is going to be her the rest of the way, I think I take back what I said with the legendary Goku events, because 400k is good enough defense in there, straight up. Not to mention, when we just attacked there, so we were at about 400k, right? We did a double super, so we got 30% stacks on top of that. So she was probably, what? I don't know, like 500k, 600k, like something ridiculous. Yeah, she was pretty high. I would have to do the math on that. Let me see. 400k. I'm going to do this on the side here. We got a 30%. So yeah, we would have got 120k. So that would have put us at 520. And then we would have got another 30%, which would have had about another 100. Yeah, she was like 600. She was like well over 600k. I think she was like 670k defense there, if my math is correct. Yeah, I think that's pretty darn good. Okay, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Okay, here's the dip. I was looking for a big dip. All right, but we're only dipping down to 315k, right? So 315k. So we're going to attack here. So this is good, guys, because this is telling me that even after her passive drops off, she is A-okay just fine. Now, this 315k is actually a little bit inflated because I think I had, back-to-back turns of double additionals. So I don't know, additionals could actually be better for her. I might, the thing is, part of the reason I put dodge on her equips was just because I was trying to just throw away some dodges. But if you're serious about this pan, I think going full additional is really the way to go. Because if you get these double stacks, I'm still 300k. So I'm 300k, and I'm getting another 30%. So that's adding about 90k back onto that. So after supering once, she's at 390, which is about 400k. Which is definitely good. Okay, we got the double, just wasn't a double super. Yeah, guys, I don't know what to say. I'm pretty darn impressed with this pan. We'll get maybe one more turn and just see how she's looking next turn, because we didn't get a double stack this turn, so we'll see how much the defense dips. But I'd like to get at least one more turn with her. But, I mean, so in her prime turn, so she's going to get like 2 really good prime turns, I think, where she's going to be sitting 400k, 60% chance to dodge. Like, what, she's going to get 1 or 2 turns of that. After supering, you double super, get up to 600k defense. It's pretty impressive, and she ramps up quick enough. Now, like I said, I think she is going to be decent in Super Battle Road, like, for sure. Honestly, like, well, I was going to mention Peppy Gal Super Battle Road, but she actually doesn't qualify for that, but, like, I don't know, Dragon Ball Seekers or something like that. Any of her categories, I think she'll tear it up defensively. Yeah, look at Goku. All right, GT Goku about to get us killed here. Of course, we get attacked before we attack. This GT Goku does get a lot of attack, or a lot of defense on Super, so that's why we took such a big hit there. And we're type disadvantage, but we're going to be fine here. And actually, this will be a great way. I think next turn we'll end the video, but we'll try to grab some healing, whether it be B-Pan or our STR Pan. We'll have to see what our STR orbs are looking like here. I don't know that I left us a bunch of STR orbs. But yeah, we're definitely not dying. This Trunks and Goten's actually very good defensively, and we have type advantage here, so we're good. All right. But yeah, we kind of very quickly got up to UI Goku here. All right, what do we... Oh, we do have some STR orbs. Perfect. All right, what are we looking at? Okay, 272. So I think this is more realistic. Now, here's the thing. Even after that defense falls off, this, like, 272 start of turn is still fantastic. You're still going to be around 350k after supering. So yeah, she's great. And once again, 60% chance to dodge. So we'll watch the healing here. So we'll just grab a few orbs. This is 4 STR orbs. So there we gained, what, 10, 11% of our health back. Very, very good. And then B-Pan's going to go in and she's going to clean up with some healing, provided she gets a crit. I think B-Pan here without a crit isn't going to get us much healing, but let's see. So dodge. Okay, and then we take a hit for double digits. I kind of want to get supered and get hit. All right, so we got 2 out of 3 dodges there. We're hitting for 1.6, which once again, her damage is really low. Like, I'll give her that. Like, you know, that's her one weakness. But defensively, man, she's good. Look at the dodging, too. She's like a little UI Goku. And that's part of what makes UI Goku so good, is just the consistent dodging, right? Let's see if we... Oh, and of course he dodges when we try to heal. Sure, sure. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this pan. I'm really impressed. She's a defensive wall. She's fantastic. Once again, not huge offensive numbers, but I think players can definitely make use out of her. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.